Hello students, now I'm going to continue the chapter Arithmetic Progression of Standard 10, and the concept is application of arithmetic progression. So we start with the practice set 3.4. So the first example, on the 1st Jan 2016, Sanika decides to save 10 rupees, 11 rupees on second day, 12 rupees on third day. If she decides to save like this, then on 31st December 2016, what would be her total savings? So we are given that is Sanika saves rupees 10, 11, 12 on the first, second and third day onwards. Means on the first day her saving was 10 rupees, on second day it is 11 and on third day it is 12. And in this way she continues her saving up to 31st December. So we have to find out the total saving. So given sequence is 10, 11, 12 dash dash dash. So A is 10, that is the first term is 10, and the D is 1 since the common difference is 1. And you know that is 2016 was a leap year, and a leap year has 366 days, so n is equals to 366. So you have to keep in mind this concept, that is you have given that is the leap year, so the n is 366. So the total savings in 366 days is S366. So we use the formula, that is Sn is equals to, because we have to find out the total savings, so we have to take the sum of all these days. So n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Since we are given n is 366, we put the value of n is 366, a is 10 and d is 1. So by putting this value, that is 366 upon 2, then 2 into 10 plus 366 in minus 1 upon into 1, so we get that is 183 in bracket 20 plus 365. So we're taking the product of these two numbers, so we'll get 183 into 385. So the answer is 70455 rupees. Means total savings up to 31st December, it is 70455. Now the second example, a man borrows rupees 8,000 and agrees to repay with the total interest of rupees 1360 in 12 monthly installments. So each installment being less than the preceding one by rupees 40. So find the amount of the first and last installment. So see, you are given that is the amount repaid. So he borrows rupees 8,000 and he agrees to repay in the total interest, that is 1360. So including the amount of interest, the total amount he has to repay is 9360, and you are given that is the number of installments is 12, so n is equals to 12. So we have to find out the S12. Means we are given the S12, that is 9360, and we have to find out the A, that is the first installment and the last installment. And one condition is given here, that is each installment being less than the preceding one by 40 rupees. Means what? Means each installment is 40 less than the preceding one, means D is minus 40. So this is an AP. So Sn is equals to n by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Again S12 is equals to, because we have to find out the 12, because we are given the n is equals to 12. So we putting the value of n as a 12, and we have to find out the first term. So A is as it is and D is minus 40. So by solving all this, here the second last step we get, that is 9360. 6 is multiplying here, so we get it on the left side, so it becomes, or it comes in the denominator, so 2a minus 440. Now here the answer we get, that is 1560. Now this minus 440 becomes plus 440 is equals to 2a, so 2a is equals to 2000, so a is 1000. So our first installment is 1000 rupees. Now we're going to find out the last installment, that is we have to find out the Tn. So Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. We already find that is a is 1000, n is 12 minus 1, and d is minus 40. So using this all values we get 1000 minus 440, so the last term is 560. So the first installment is 1000 rupees and the last installment is 560 rupees. Now the example number 3rd. Sachin invested rupees 5000 for the first year and rupees 7000 for the second year and rupees 9000 in the third year. So in a national savings certificate scheme, so how much amount did he invest in 12 years? Now the amount invested by the Sachin is first year it invests, that is 5000, then 7000, then 9000. So it is a given sequence, but the common difference is constant, so it is an AP. So we take here the subtraction, that is 7000 minus 5, 9000 minus 7000. So here we get d is equals to 2000. So a is, that is the first term is 5000 and d is 2000, and n is 12 because he invests in 12 years. So we are going to find out the S12. The formula is Sn is equals to n by 2 in bracket 2n plus n minus 1 into d. So since we get the value of n as a 12, so put, instead of writing n, 12, n is 12, and the value of a is we are given, that is 5000, plus again the n is 12 minus 1 into d is 2000. So we are going to solve this. So 6, here 5 2s are 10,000, and here 11 into 2000, so we will get 22,000. So totally we get 6 into 32,000, that is 1,92,000. So Sachin invested 1,92,000 rupees. Now the example number 4. So there is an auditorium with 27 rows of seats, and there are 20 seats in the first row, 22 seats in the second row, and 24 seats in the third row, and so on. So find the number of seats in the 15th row, and also find the total number of seats in the auditorium. So we are given the first row, second row, third row seats number. So there are 20, that is first row it is 20, second row it is 22, third row it is 24, and so on. So here we find out the difference, that is 24 minus 22, 22 minus 20, same, that is 2. And since it is constant, it is an AP. And A is 20, so we get here, and D is 2. Now the first question, that is we have to find out the number of seats in the 15th row. So we use the formula, that is Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. N is 15, so we put here n is equals to 15, a is 20, n is 15 minus 1. So by solving this we get, that is 48, means in the 15th row there are 48 seats. Now second one, we have to find out the total number of seats. So whenever you are given to find out the total number of seats, we have to take the formula for the summation. So total number of seats in the auditorium we have to find out, and you are given, that is there are 27 rows of seats in the auditorium. So S27 is equals to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Again n is 27, you know the value of a is 20 and d is 2. So using these all values we are going to solve this. So 40 plus 52, and here 27 upon 2 into the addition of this one is 92. So by reducing here we get 46. So 27 into 46 we get 1242. So these are the total number of seats in the auditorium. Now the example number 5. The Kargil's temperature was recorded in a week from Monday to Saturday. So all readings were in AP, that is in arithmetic progression. The sum of temperature of Monday and Saturday was 5 degrees Celsius more than the sum of temperature of Tuesday and Saturday. So if the temperature of the Wednesday was minus 30 degree centigrade, then find the temperature on other 5 days. So already we are given that is the temperatures are in AP. So let the temperature from Monday to Saturday are. So since there are 6 terms, so we are going to consider it as the A minus 3D, second that is A minus 2D, third A minus D, fourth A, fifth A plus D, and A plus 2D. So total are there 6 terms. So temperature on Wednesday is minus 30 degrees Celsius. So see here there is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So these are the so we consider this temperature for these corresponding days. So since we have given the temperature of Wednesday, so Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, so we have given A minus D is equals to minus 30. Now the sum of the temperature on Monday and Saturday is equals to the sum of temperature on Tuesday and Saturday plus 5. So this condition you have given in your example. So for Monday we consider it as A minus 3D and for Saturday it is A plus 2D. So we are going to take the addition of these two, and it is more than the addition of Tuesday and Saturday by 5. So temperature on Tuesday is A plus 2D and on Saturday it is A minus 2D. So we are going to take the addition and it is 5 more than this. So we take the addition and we also add the plus 5. Now this bracket is cancelled with this bracket since they are same, and on the left and right side. So the remaining terms are A minus 3D is equals to A minus 2D plus 5. Now we are going to open this. So A minus 3D is equals to A minus 2D plus 5. Again this A will get cancelled. So minus 3D is as it is. Now move this 2D to this side, so it becomes plus 2D is equals to 5. And so we get minus D is equals to 5, that is D is equals to minus 5. Now substituting D is equals to minus 5 in equation 1. So our equation 1 is here, that is A minus D is equals to minus 30. The first one, that is your first equation. And so by substituting this value, so we get A minus D is equals to minus 30, A minus of 5 is equals to minus 30, A plus 5 is equals to minus 30, so A is equals to minus 30 minus 5, so A is minus 35. And so we have to find out the answer. So the given numbers we consider, that is A minus 3D, A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 2D. Just we have to put down the value of A and D, where A is minus 35 and D is minus 5. So just put down and then we will get the answer, that is minus 20, minus 25, minus 30, minus 40 and minus 45. See this one. So these are the answers: minus 20, minus 25, minus 30 and minus 40 and minus 45. So these are the temperatures recorded. And the last example, that is example number 6, is for your homework. So this is all about the chapter, that is arithmetic progression. And in the next lecture we will start the new chapter. Thank you.